Leonardo da Vinci was a true Renaissance man. He was a painter, a sculptor, an inventor, and an engineer. He designed a wide range of machines and devices, including flying machines, military weapons, and hydraulic pumps. Many of his inventions were far ahead of their time and would not be realized for centuries. One of his most famous pieces of art is the painting titled The Last Supper. The man who commissioned the painting was Ludovico Sforza, the Duke of Milan. He was an Italian Renaissance ruler and a member of the powerful Sforza family, which had ruled Milan since the 15th century. The painting is a fresco, which means it was painted directly onto a wall while the plaster was still wet. However, Leonardo da Vinci did not use the traditional fresco technique. Instead, he used a technique known as oil and tempera on plaster. This technique involves painting a layer of a water-based paint onto a dry plaster surface, and then painting with oils on top of the tempera layer. This allowed Leonardo da Vinci to create a more detailed and nuanced painting than traditional fresco would have allowed. Unfortunately, the use of this technique meant that the painting began to deteriorate soon after it was completed. By the 16th century, just a few decades after the painting was finished, it was already showing signs of wear and tear. Over the centuries, many attempts were made to restore and preserve the painting, some of which were more successful than others. Let's dive into the story presented on the painting. According to the Bible, Jesus had his Last Supper with his disciples on the night before his crucifixion. During the meal, he told them that one of them would betray him. Judas, one of the disciples, eventually identified Jesus to the authorities, leading to his arrest and crucifixion. Each disciple has their own unique expression and body language, and it's clear that they're all reacting differently to Jesus' announcement that one of them will betray him. At the center of the painting, we can see Jesus himself, and his calm demeanor contrasts with the agitated expressions of the apostles around him. Infamous Judas is the apostle seated to the left of Jesus and is depicted holding a small bag, which symbolizes the 30 pieces of silver he received for betraying Jesus. Peter is a person sitting next to Judas. He looks angry and is gesturing with his hands. He is the apostle seated to the left of Judas and is depicted with a short beard and holding a knife. He is known for his impulsive and passionate nature and is often identified as the first pope. John on the right of Jesus looks sad. He is presented with a youthful, feminine appearance. He is often identified as the beloved disciple and is known for his close relationship with Jesus. The very famous novel called Da Vinci Code presents a theory that Jesus was married to Mary Magdalene and that they had a child together. According to the book, the figure to the right of Jesus in Leonardo da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper is not the Apostle John, as traditionally believed, but Mary Magdalene. However, this is only a fiction and should not be taken as historical fact. Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper is known for its use of linear perspective to create a sense of depth and three-dimensionality. In terms of the placement of the figures, Jesus is located at the center of the composition, with his head positioned at the vanishing point. The 12 apostles are arranged in groups of 3 on either side of Jesus, creating a sense of symmetry and balance. The use of triangular shapes in the composition further emphasizes this symmetry and balance, with each group of 3 apostles forming a triangle with Jesus at the apex. The Last Supper is a powerful representation of this pivotal moment in Christianity, and it's no wonder that it's become such an iconic piece of art. It can be seen in its original place in Milan, on the wall of the convent of Santa Maria del Grazie, in a room once used as a dining room for monks. In 1652, the monks wanted a direct entrance between the kitchens and the refectory, so they opened a door between the 2 rooms. They did this to avoid going through the cloister. However, in the process, they broke the wall and damaged the painting. As a result, the lower part and the feet of Jesus were destroyed, and only the studies of these parts of the painting still exist today. Later, the door was rebuilt, but the missing fragment of the painting has never been recreated. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe.